What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the Kith collaboration with Marvel and Asics on the Gel-1130 Magneto. So this is the fourth of 5 sneakers that released as part of the Kith and Marvel Villains pack. Consisting of a bunch of apparel and accessories just like the t-shirt I'm wearing right now, the star of the show was definitely the 5 shoes. And this represents the only Gel-1130 colorway from the pack, which released back in August for a price of $155 US or $210 here in Canada. So Magneto is one of the most recognizable villains in the Marvel Universe, most commonly featured in X-Men comics. So it's fitting that they followed up the Kith Marvel X-Men pack, which released last year, by including their most famous villain Magneto this second time around. And if you've been following my channel very closely and you've watched all the previous reviews I've done from this pack, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record, but just in case you have not watched any of those, the shoes in this pack, were sold not in blind box style. So for the X-Men pack last year, you didn't know what shoe you were going to get until you opened up the bag. This time around though, you could pick the size and the style that you wanted, but the only thing that was a surprise was the comic book that came within the box. So this is a special edition Kith and Marvel comic, and the most common variant was the group or Doctor Doom cover. Most people ended up getting that one. There was also a blue character specific cover, but that one didn't come in a PSA slab, and then the rest of the covers, those ones were in a PSA slab, and they were definitely more limited. So the box for the shoe is exactly the same. So it features a colored image of the 5 characters that are represented by the shoes. So we have Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Venom, Green Goblin, and Magneto. And we have both Kith and Marvel Villains branding. And on the side of the box, same thing here. Again, you can see those 5 characters with Asics, Kith, and Marvel co-branding. And the shoes come packaged in this silver package, again featuring the images of the 5 characters. And for the comic, this time I got extremely lucky. So I got the red variant cover, which I believe is the 4th most rare cover that you could have gotten. So I think there was about a 0.4% chance of pulling the red cover, so that makes it really, really rare. So you can see how it's PSA authenticated and it's kept in this beautiful slab. So really, really great if you're a fan of comics or just a collector in general. As far as the shoe goes, jumping right into the details, on the toe box you can see how the base layer of the shoe, this is constructed out of a gradient style mesh. So it starts off on the toe as a very bright and vibrant purple, and then surrounding the front toe cap and the sides, we have this synthetic overlay which is done in a very dullish brown, almost gray color, and we have these black colored accents on the front toe cap. Above this, right towards the laces, we have Kith branding stamped on in red. And then covering the eyelets of the sneaker, we have more of that synthetic leather along with this textured overlay, which kind of reminds me of Magneto's magnetic powers. Underneath this on the mid panel, you can see how the mesh is transitioning from a bright purple to a darker purple, and then overlaid on top of this on the lateral side, we have the Asics stripes, which is done in this raised or textured finish in a mix of that grayish brown color with red. When you compare this to the medial side, the Asics stripes here are left flat, but the colors are still the same. Further down, you can see how the mesh turns to a darker purple, almost bluish color. We have this swooping overlay which originates from the top of the heel down towards the lateral midfoot, and on the heel we have gel branding. And then on the medial side, we have a synthetic layer here which is done in more of a brighter purple, and we have this Marvel tag hanging off the back. As far as the laces go, so this pair, just like all the rest, come with 4 different lace options. So the standard lace that they come with is a oval shaped lace in black, and they also come with a brighter purple colored lace, a cream colored oval lace, and a thicker red colored rope lace as well. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in mesh and it's also done in this gradient style, going from a brighter purple to a darker purple on the top. And then on the top of the tongue, we have Gel-1130 branding, along with Asics branding on the top of the left foot and Ronnie Feig's last name on the right foot. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a black colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with their standard foam line insoles. However, they have a graphic of Magneto on it, and we have Asics and Kith co-branding stitched onto the heel. So the upper of the Gel-1130 sits atop this EVA foam midsole, which is painted in this cream or off-white color. Within the shoe there is Asics gel technology, and you can see the visible gel technology on the heel of the midsole. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so this outsole is constructed out of a mix of black and bright purple colored rubber. And in the middle of this, we have this TPU shank plate, which is done in more of an orangey red tone, and this is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me these fit me perfectly true to size. So in my case, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, meaning when I go to a shoe store, step on a branded device, I'm actually a size 10 in between a D and an E width. So getting these in a size 10, they fit me very comfortably. They're not as snug as a GT2160, so even if you have a slightly wide feet, I feel like you can go true to size with this shoe no problem. If you have like a really wide foot, maybe you want to consider going up half a size, but I feel like for the majority of people out there, just going with your actual measured foot size, it should fit you fine. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these are an extremely comfortable sneaker, and I'd say that they're the most plush and most soft of the three models. So the Gel-1130 I feel has more of that pillowy feel, whereas the Gel-KN-14 has a good balance of softness and support, and then the GT2160 is on the other end of the spectrum, where it's more firm underfoot. So if you like your sneakers to have more of a softer, pillowy feel underfoot, then you'll love the Gel-1130. It's also surprisingly lightweight as well, which is an added bonus. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality was really nothing special. At least from what I can tell, it doesn't look like they used genuine leathers on this shoe, so it's all just a bunch of synthetic materials. The build of the shoe though I thought was great. The stitch job was pristine, the panels were consistent between both feet. There were some very minor strings of glue along the midsole, but that was an easy fix. I just pulled it off myself. So a real solid job from the factory that put this pair together. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. This pair definitely exudes the look of Magneto extremely well. When I first saw the initial product images, I thought these overlays were more of a true black, but in real life, seeing how it's more of a very dark brownish gray, that made it look like Magneto's costume even more. So while the theming of the shoe was executed perfectly, I think this might be the least wearable in the entire pack. I think it's because the upper of the shoe is just so purple. Without any lighter accents or white accents on it, yes, it looks like Magneto, but it also makes it a difficult shoe to pull off with different looks and outfits. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Asics Gel-1130 Magneto? How do you rank this one compared to the other 4 shoes? And for anyone watching, did you manage to pick these up for yourself? Did you take an L and pay resale for these? Or are you just not feeling the look of this shoe and it was a pass for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Appreciate the continued love and support and for watching all of these Kith Marvel Asics videos, and I'll catch all of you in my Venom review.